Hey everyone, let's crochet a scrunchie together. So this is a mesh scrunchie that I've made recently, and I've decided to make a tutorial and share this with you. These are the following materials that you're going to need. Any DK yarn of your choice. I'm using the specific ones. It's the raspberry one and the blue one. The blue one is the main color and the raspberry will be used on the ribbing. So the next item that you're going to need is a crochet hook. I am using my 4mm crochet hook. You can use any crochet hook of your choice. It could be between 3.5 and 4mm. A nipper or a pair of scissors will also do, and a tapestry needle or any needle that you're going to need to sew in the ends. And the main one is the hair tie, a plain hair tie of your choice. So the first round, you are going to make a slip knot, take your crochet hook and insert it into the knot and close it off by pulling it a little bit tight. Take your hair tie and you are going to start making single crochets around the hair tie. What I would advise is that you don't make your single crochets too tight onto the hair tie, as long as they're able to cover your tie, but I would advise that you don't make them too tight because your hair tie is going to stretch out. We don't want it to stretch out, but just want to cover it with the single crochet. So I did about 40 single crochets. Depending on how big your tie is, you can make about between 35 to 40 or to 45 single crochets for as long as it can cover. But I wouldn't recommend you to do a lot unless if you want your scrunchie to have more ruffles. Then you can continue and make more single crochets, about 50 to 60, but that will also take a lot of time and it will also eat up on your yarn depending on how much yarn you have. But continue doing your single crochets all the way around up until you reach the end of the round. Once your hair tie is covered with the yarn, what you're going to do is take the tail and pull it tight. And then the first loop of that round, you are going to do your slip stitch in it to close off the round. So insert your hook in that first loop that you see and then do a slip stitch. Make sure that your slip stitch is not too tight because we are going to work in that space. Then chain one, pull your yarn tight, and that will be the end of the first round. So in that space where you did your slip stitch, that's where we are going to start round two. The first stitch is going to be a single crochet. In that single crochet in the front loop, crochet another single crochet in it. This will form your first double crochet. Then chain two. In the very same space where you did your slip stitch, where this double crochet is, do another double crochet in it. Then you're going to chain two and move onto the next loop. So in the next loop you are going to do two double crochets, but make sure that there is a chain two in between those double crochets. So chain two, then go back in the very same space and do another double crochet. So in this round, all you have to do is do two double crochets separated by two chains in between. But when you move on to the next loop, you also need to ensure that you have two chains. So it's two chains, two double crochet in the same loop separated by two chains. And then when you move on to the next loop, you have two double crochets. So in between these double crochets, there's two chains. So you follow the very same pattern all the way up until you get to the end of the round. So by far, this is how it's supposed to look. Two chains, double crochet, two chains, double crochet. So now we've reached the end of the round. So ensure that you have your last two chains. and then you are going to do a slip stitch on the loop of the single crochet that you did last. So this is the single crochet, the top one that we did. So find a space there and insert your hook in those loops. Remember, we did 2 single crochets, like one on top of the other, to form our first double crochet. So the last one, or the top one that you have, do your slip stitch in it, and then work your single crochet. Then you can pull tight your yarn so that we can close off the round. Then from here, in the very same space where you did your slip stitch, we are going to start our third round. Following the very same pattern that we did in the last round, what we did is we did insert our crochet hook to form our first single crochet, and then in the front loop of the single crochet we did another single crochet. That will be our first double crochet of the round, followed by 2 chains. Then from here we are going to do a double crochet on top of the loop of the double crochet formed from the last round. Then you do your 2 chains, then find the loop on top of the previous double crochet and do a double crochet. So all the way around on this specific round, it's about you doing 2 chains and a double crochet on top of the double crochet that you did in the previous round. So continue up until you get to the end of the round. Now that you are here at the end of the round, you are going to do your last 2 chains. Then find the loop of the top single crochet that you did. And then you are going to do a slip stitch in it. So it should be the top one. Remember, there are two single crochets on top of each other. So the last one that you did, that's where you're going to do your slip stitch. So do your slip stitch, then a single crochet, pull it tight to close off the round. Then that's how you do your and that's how you close off your second round. Now when we move on to the third round, we are going to follow the same pattern that we did on the previous round. Insert your hook in the slip stitch space and do your single crochets, your 2 single crochet, one on top of the other, to form your first double crochet. Then followed by 2 chains. Then find your next double crochet that you did in the previous round and insert your hook in that loop and do your double crochet, chain 2, then double crochet. So follow the same pattern up until you get to the end of the round. Now that we reach the end of the round, you are going to look for that loop of the single crochet that's at the top, and then you're going to insert your hook there to close off the round. You do a slip stitch, and then you do your chain 1, then you pull your yarn tight. So this is where I'm going to end with my rounds. If you want, you can add an extra round depending on how wide you want your scrunchie to be. So basically I have 3 rounds of mesh double crochets, and the first round is just single crochet. So I take my nippers, or you can take your pair of scissors and cut the yarn, leave out like a yarn that's long enough for you to be able to sew in the ends with your tapestry needle at the end. So for the last round, you're going to take your other color and make a slip knot. Take your crochet hook and insert it into the loop. Then take your scrunchie and insert your hook in any space that you prefer. Preferably, I would insert it in one of the double crochet loops to form my first single crochet. This is a round of single crochet. So I have my first single crochet, and then we have that space where we did 2 chains. Crochet over them, do 2 single crochet in that space, and then in your next loop, that's the double crochet, do your single crochet in it. So 2 single crochet over this 2 chains, and then a single crochet on top of the double crochet loop that you did in the previous round. Then in the chain 2 spaces, you are going to do single crochet over them. You follow the very same pattern all the way around. 2 single crochet in the 2 chain spaces, then a single crochet in the loop of the double crochet. Continue all the way around up until you get to the end. If you have only one color, it's okay for you to continue with that color to do this last round of single crochets. So now we've reached the end of the round. So the last stitches will be your single crochet in the chain 2 spaces. So that tail that you had at the beginning, pull it tight. And then what I normally do when I close off the round, I insert my crochet hook in the last loop and do a slip stitch, but that's not what I'm going to do now. What I will do is cut yarn long enough for me to do like a neat closure or close off. So pull your yarn that's long enough, and then take your nippers or pair of scissors, cut it, and take your tapestry needle and follow what I'm doing to have a more neat closure or close off of your round. So basically underneath the last loop that you have, you're going to insert your tapestry needle like underneath the 2 loops, and then you're going to pull it to the back, and then take that tapestry needle and insert it in the same space where your yarn came from. It will create a similar loop or a similar chain to what you already have, so you won't be able to tell or where your round started or where your round ended. So that's the whole point of me not doing a slip stitch and closing it off in the same way that I've been closing with the previous round. So I normally make my last ties at the back by sewing in over and over so that it's not loose. Or what you can also do is make a knot with the 2 ends and cut it off, but I normally sew in my yarn over and over at the back, and it becomes more secure. So this is the final look of your scrunchie. So take your tapestry needle and sew in the loose ends and cut off the remaining or the excess yarn, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and you get to do your own mesh scrunchies. And if you get to do your scrunchies, you are more than welcome to share that with me by taking me on my socials on Instagram or TikTok so that I can see your color combinations and appreciate the work of your hands. So keep on following for more videos like this.